#1 team Cleary University playing the number 4 seed NHTI. Cleary gets here after beating the Robert Morris Springfield yesterday 9-0 in 5 innings. NHTI gets here after defeating Penn State Brandywine 4-3. NHTI up to bat first, leading off is Marsha Lange. Lange with the nice hard hit ball to left field, but it's going to be caught by Newcombe, and the Lynx have their first out of the inning. Up to bat now, number 3, Danielle McNicholas, the catcher for NHTI. First baseman Dormier, third baseman Stockard pinched up on this, looking for the bunt from McNicholas. 1 ball, 1 strike. That ball is hit to shallow center field. It's going to get over the shortstop's head, Megan Baumgartner. And McNicholas is on base.
The next batter, the right fielder, number 6.
Ball was popped up and over Baumgartner's head as they were pinched in looking for the bunt. A nice little looper up and over. Ball is going to be inside to Connolly. Brianna Connolly, the right fielder, up to bat for the Lynx. McNicholas on first here in the top of the first. A little bit of an off-speed pitch. Riley Thompson pitching for the Cougars tonight. Swing and a miss. The ball is dropped. They're going to try to throw to second. That's going to get away.
The next batter, second baseman, number 9, Taylor Gagnon.
Conley strikes out. McNicholas is going to move on to second.
First base was occupied. Yeah, she's fine.
Gagnon up to bat. Hit hard, but it's going to be foul. Gagnon, the second baseman. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gagnon here. The top of the first, things moving along quickly. Cleary not giving NHTI time to settle in. Ball's hit hard to short. And Gagnon's going to ground out.
No runs on 1 hit.
So a pop out, a strikeout, and a hit to the shortstop, and the inning is over. They leave 1 on base. No runs, 1 hit. As we move into the bottom of the first, up to bat for the Cougars, it's going to be Sarah Hall, Morgan Richard, and Caitlin Dormier. Pitching tonight for the Lynx is going to be number 17, Torey Lemay. Got the win yesterday. This is her 20th start of the season. 18 wins, 3 losses so far, 1.42 ERA. The 4-3 win against Brandywine yesterday. Lemay pitched all 7 innings, giving up 7 hits, striking out 8. Lemay has 170 strikeouts on the season, 75 hits. She's averaging just over 10 strikeouts per 7 innings. She's going to be looking to add to that total again today. Overall NHT here, Cleary has 352 hits as a team on the season. That's 5th in the USCAA. Leading off for the Cleary University Cougars is going to be number 8, Sarah Hall, batting .434 this season. And she's going to take the first one for ball 1. Watches that one come in. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike to Sarah Hall. 10 doubles. 10 doubles on this season. That ball's high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cleary University, there's a little bunt. Third baseman charges. Elizabeth DuBois is unable to get there in time. Hall laying out the nice bunt, and she is going to be on base to lead off the bottom of the second. Hall had 2 hits at 4 at-bats last night with 1 RBI and scoring 1 run herself. Up to bat now, number 4, Morgan Richard. The ball gets away from the catcher, McNicholas, and Sarah Hall is going to advance on the wild pitch here. Richard with a nice swing on that one. I'm unable to make contact with it for the first strike at the at-bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lemay with the delivery. Back off the net. Foul tip. 2nd strike. A little bit of rain in the game last night with NHTI, but Lemay was able to keep control of the ball. That ball's alone in the dirt. Hall showing that she's going to try to go, but comes back to second. Caitlin Dormier on the on-deck cycle looking, waiting for her turn. No outs here in the bottom of the second. Foul tip by Richard. Keep herself alive in this at-bat. Here's the delivery. That ball's popped straight up. McNicholas tracked back with that one, but there's not enough real estate, and that's going to go foul. Richard keeping herself alive in this at-bat. Really working Lemay to get this out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's low, back off the netting to keep herself alive in this at-bat. Hall looking like she's ready to go. That ball's hit hard down the third base line. Bounces in front of the spectators down in the bleachers there. And that's her 3rd fouled ball of the at-bat. Keeping herself alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That ball again is going to be fouled over the dugout. And we're coming up to the 9th pitch in the at-bat. Morgan Richard 0 for 2 last night. 1 walk. That one's hard down the third base line, but goes foul. Caitlin Dormier waiting for her turn, hoping her teammate gets on base. So she has the opportunity for some RBIs here. That's inside, again, fouled off.
Okay, Morgan. Not pulling on the outside. Got enough on this side of the line. Should need one that way.
Needs to put one into fair territory here. Lemay looking to get the strikeout here. Popped up. Shortstop tracks over to make the grab. Brianna Wickham there, and after all of that, we're going to see a pop-up, and Morgan Richer is out. Up to bat now, Caitlin Dormier.
You can turn him up so he can hear what he's saying in here.
Caitlin Dormier sticking with the theme of fouling the ball. It's got to get to Lemay a little bit that she can't get a clean strike. Caitlin Dormier batting .312 this season, 20 in 125 at bat. She has 4 doubles, 9 home runs, 44 RBIs. She's swinging hard for that one. 0-2 count. Now we're 197 down the left field line, 201 down the right field, and 218, 217 to center field, depending if you're to the left or the right. Here's the delivery. And they catch her looking. Morgan Richer is going to steal third.
Jordyn Schneider.
Caitlin Dormier out swinging. Making our way towards the designated player, Jordyn Schneider. Jordyn Schneider takes strike one. Batting .355 this season, 11 home runs, leading her team, 36 RBIs. Slugging percentage of .682. Watches that one go by. And we've got 2 strikes, 2 outs. Looking to bring Sarah Hall with that leadoff signal, advance to second on the wild pitch and steals third. That ball's hit hard, but that's going to be foul. Here's the 0-2 delivery, 2 outs. And Lemay gets the strikeout swinging. And we've got no runs, 1 hit, and they left 1 on base there. Coming up for the Lynx in the top of the second is going to be the shortstop, Brianna Wickham, first baseman, Cabrina Roy, and third baseman, Elizabeth DeVos. And welcome back. Here we are in the top of the second. Up to bat for the NHTI Lynx is number 8, the shortstop, Brianna Wickham. First pitch strike. Wickham batting .417 this season. Solid hit, fielded nicely by Baumgartner, and gets the throw over to first. And we have 1 out. Cabrina Roy up to bat. 3 home runs, 33 RBIs, a .323 hitter, the lefty. just outside. Ball 1. Roy went 1 for 3 yesterday, struck out twice, but had 2 RBIs in that decisive game. Brandywine had a 2-0 lead going into the bottom of the 5th, in which NHTI scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th to take control of that game. Brandywine pulled one back in the top of the 7th, but it wasn't enough, and that's how NHTI got here to play today. Balls popped straight up. Baumgartner tracks over and makes the catch.
The next batter, third baseman, number 13, Elizabeth DuBois.
And very quickly, the Lynx have 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 2nd. High to Elizabeth DeVos, third baseman, for ball number 1. Hit down the first base line. Dormier's unable to get there on the first attempt, but Morgan Rich, there backing her up, is able to make the sliding stop and get the toss over to Dormier to get the final out of the inning. And 3 up, 3 down for the Lynx. Going into the bottom of the 2nd, we're going to see Kelly Schramm, Liz Stockard, and Megan Baumgartner. Cleary University Cougars, number 2 NHTI Lynx. Up to bat for the Cougars to lead off the 2nd inning is number 18 center fielder Kelly Schramm. Schramm takes ball 1. Schramm, a 301 hitter here. 6 doubles on the season. She has 2 home runs. Only getting on base, though, 32% of the time. Strike 2. Taking a few good cuts at the ball here. Here's the delivery. And Lemay gets the strikeout swinging here. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Lemay. The senior Lemay making her 20th appearance, 18-3 on the season. Coming into the game with 170 strikeouts. She has only given up 75 hits. She's only walked 34 batters. So Cleary needs to start to break her down to get some opportunities and put some runs on the board. 0-0. No balls. 2 strikes to Stockhart. Balls pop straight back. McNicholas. Every time that ball is popped straight up, she's turning quickly to try to find that ball. She's determined to try to catch one of these. It's a very shallow area behind the home plate. Ball is hit hard to left field. Is that going to find the gap? It is. It's going to drop in all the way back to the wall. Stockhart is going to get a stand-up double here on the 0-2.
The next batter, the shortstop, number 12. Megan
Left fielder Lauren Mullen there was tracking it, but just couldn't get there in time, just past her glove. Paul's going to drop in, one bounce off the wall. Stockhart does well to keep her momentum going, and she gets the stand-up double. Up to bat now, the shortstop, Megan Baumgartner. Baumgartner being very active on the defensive side of the field in the first and second inning. Hard cut at the ball there. Baumgartner not having a great season hitting wise, 189 hitter, only 17 hits. Checks her swing, seen to go. 20 strikeouts on the season for 5 RBIs, only 1 double. All she needs to do is put something into play here to give Stockhart a chance to get across home and get the first run for Cleary. 2 strikes against Baumgartner. Hoping it doesn't add to that total of strikeouts. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the swing. Fouls that one back to stay alive in the count. Baumgartner getting some final instructions from head coach Tim Bailey. Ball's high in the zone, 2-2. Two pitch here. She hits that hard to center field. That's going to get over the center fielder's head. Marsha Lange can't get to it. And Baumgartner's 18th hit of the season is another stand-up double. And she is going to drive in a run. Well-hit ball over the center fielder's head at Marsha Lange. And Baumgartner is going to get on base with Cleary University's 3rd hit of the game. And she drives home the first run for Cleary. So the first strike goes to Cleary here in the bottom of the 2nd. Up to bat now for the Cougars is number 6, Kelsey Jacobs, the catcher. Fouls that one straight back. She falls behind in the count, 0-2. Kelsey Jacobs 0 for 1 last night. 1 walk. She pops that one straight back. Cougars are fouling off quite a few of these pitches. Here's the delivery. And she strikes out. But
The girl took off from 2nd to 3rd, thinking there was 3 outs, they threw her out. So now there is 3 outs.
so Baumgartner there thought that there was already 2 outs. So when Jacobs strikes out, she started to run back to the dugout, but there was only 1 out.
Merrill Lynch, S&T Bank, the Weiner,
Daniel McNicholas makes a smart decision, throws down the line to catch her out, and the inning is over.
Cricket, Wireless.
Coming up to bat now is Torey Lemay, Lauren Mullen, and Marsha Lange. And welcome back to the top of the third at Heindl Memorial Field here in DuBois, Pennsylvania. Game number 10 of the USCAA Small College World Series. Up to bat is the pitcher, number 17, Torey Lemay. Heads up play by the Lynx to end that last inning. Baumgartner started to move off of second, took her helmet off, and everything thought that the inning was over, but there was only one out. And Kelsey Jacobs made the second out, not the third out. Riley Thompson pitching. Riley Thompson last night pitched all 5 innings, only gave up 1 hit, had 8 strikeouts, and walked 3. And we have a 2-1 count here to Lemay in the top of the third. The Lynx are looking to pull a run back. Our last game saw Carlo and St. Mary of the Woods. St. Mary of the Woods won that game 1-0 in a very similar fashion, getting 1 run early in the game and holding on to that lead for the remainder. Cleary hoping to do something similar, but at least add a few more runs as opposed to just the 1, but 1 is all it takes. 3-2 count here to Lemay. Riley Thompson, the senior. That ball is popped straight up. First baseman Caitlin Dormier calling for it, making it well known that that's her ball. And we have the first out of the third inning. Riley Thompson's the senior pitcher for Cleary from Richmond, Michigan. A 1.90 ERA, 110 innings pitched coming into the game, 14 starts, having 14-3 record. She only has 74 strikeouts. She's given up 102 hits. Ball's hit hard. That's going to be foul off of the NHTI dugout. Hoping that ball gets returned to us as soon as possible. 1 ball, 1 strike to number 4, Lauren Mullen here in the top of the third. Takes that one, looking ball 2. Here's the delivery from Thompson. A little high, but Mullen still swings. It was a good hard swing on it. What called first, and that's going to be strike number 2. Hit down the right field line, but that's going to be foul. She stays alive in the count. This is an all-turf facility, no dirt on this field. Fouls that one off. Here's the delivery of Mullen, hit right back to Thompson with the underhand toss over to first base for the second out. And we're back to the top of the order for the Lynx. Masha Lange flew out to left field to lead off the game back in the first. That's going to be a hard hit ball to right field. The right fielder charges. Right fielder charges on that. Sarah Hall to try to prevent the base hit, but is unable to get the throw in time. And Lange is going to get the single to get a base runner here in the top of the third. Up to bat now is the catcher, number 3, Daniel McNicholas. She singled to left field in the first and stole second before Conley and Gagnon were struck out and thrown out in the first. That's a hard hit ball back to the pitcher. Underhand throws for the fielder's choice to end the inning. And that's going to end the inning. The Lynx have 2 hits on the game, no runs to show for it. As we move into the bottom of the third, for the Cougars, we'll see Newcombe then back to the top of the order with Sarah Hall and Morgan Richer. Here we go for the bottom of the third for the Cleary Cougars. One in the bottom of the order, left fielder Allie Newcombe. Pops this one straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Allie is the senior from Warren, Michigan. Fouls that one off down the line. Allie batting .290 this season. 2 home runs, 6 doubles, 13 RBIs, no triples. Only 9 strikeouts on the season for her. So she is getting her swings in. She is getting contact on the ball, just not converting that into many hits. Pops this one straight back. And we have a 2-2 count.
Don't steal those. Don't steal what? Nothing. There's good ones behind there. Ooh, I'm stealing them.
And she strikes out swinging there. So we're back to the top of the order. Number 8, Sarah Hall. Singled last time up to bat. Advanced to second on a wild pitch and stole third, but was unable to get all the way home. Roy and DuBois pinched up looking for the slap hit bunt. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Lays the slap hit out off the catcher's mask and foul for strike number 2. Sarah gets on base 44% of the time here. And Lemay catches her looking.
The second baseman, number 4, Morgan Richard.
For her 6th strikeout of the game. Up to bat now is Morgan Richard. Last time up to bat, Morgan went 11 pitches. That 11th pitch was the pop-up to the shortstop, Brianna Wickham. Lemay would like to end this one a little bit earlier than 11. Here's the delivery. Richard picking up where she left off, fouling that one back. 0-2 count. Oh, 2 pitch. Ball is hit hard. Wickham tracking back again. And we have a repeat, but just sooner instead of later. And that's going to end the inning for the Lynx. Moving into their order, we'll see Conley, Gagnon, and Wickham to start the 4th. Up to bat for the Lynx, number 6, Brianna Conley, the right fielder. Fouls the first pitch off her bat down the third base area over the dugout for strike number 1. That one's low into the turf for ball 1. Doesn't make the attempt on that one. Knew it was going low. Gets the sign from the head coach, Tim Bailey. Ball's hit hard to center field. Tracking back is Kelly Schramm, who makes the grab. And there's the first out of the inning. Up to bat now is number 9, Taylor Gagnon, the second baseman. Had a hard hit ball to the shortstop, but was thrown out at first. Pitch number 1 is wide. Ball's hit to shallow infield. The second baseman, Morgan Richard, coming across to make the grab. And Gagnon is out. Up to bat now for the Lynx, number 8, Brianna Wickham. Strike 1. Second pitch of the at-bat. Bounced into the turf for ball number 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Thompson. Chopper right back up to the middle. Thompson makes the grab. Throw is over to Caitlin Dormier to end the inning. The Lynx are making contact with the ball, but they're just putting it back into the pitcher's path, who's able to make the throw over to first to get these easy outs. Moving into the bottom of the fourth, we'll see Dormier, Schneider, and Schramm. And here we go to the bottom of the fourth with the Cleary Tigers leading 1-0. Caitlin Dormier up to bat, struck out swinging first time up, strike one. Hard hit ball. Second time she's put it into the stands down there. Gentlemen sitting there better be aware. And Caitlin Dormier quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Ball pops back over the grandstand. Fouls that one off. She's made contact with two of these pitches. And if she can put this into play, she has the opportunity to get a home run. Watches that one. Just outside. Depending on which side of the stand you're sitting on, you're either happy or feel like you're unlucky there. She hits this ball hard, deep to center field, and that's over. Caitlin Dormier with the home run to lead off the fourth inning to add to Cleary's run total, and it is 2-0 Cleary. She's made contact with two of those pitches, and knew that if she could get a hold of one and put it into play, it was going to be out of here and had a chance. And she put that one deep to center field. Her 10th home run of the season, 45th RBI, both lead her team. And that's why she's hitting that 3 spot. Up to bat now is number 4, Jordyn Schneider. Schneider also struck out swinging. Hoping to follow up on Dormier's home run and get one of her own. I apologize, I said Dormier leads the team in home runs. It's actually Schneider who leads the team in home runs with 11, although Dormier has 45 RBIs to Schneider's 36 RBIs. 2 balls, 1 strike to Schneider. No, he called that one a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. My apologies there. Here's the delivery. That ball's hit hard to left field. It's drifting off the top. Hits the top of the fence just a few more inches, and that ball bounces out for a home run. Instead, Schneider is going to get a stand-up double. The left fielder, Lauren Mullen, was tracking back for it. She was almost there. Again, that ball just a few more inches a little bit higher would have been back-to-back home runs for the Cougars. Pinch running for Schneider is going to be Morgan Robinetti, number 2. After the stand-up double. Dormier with that home run. That's only the 5th home run that Torey Lemay has given up all season. And then almost to have a second one on back-to-back. That's going to be popped up into foul territory. Number 11, Cabrina Roy, is going to track over and make the grab on Kelly Schramm. And that's the first out of the inning. Robinetti at second, looking to run here up to bat. Now is number 10, Liz Stockton. She had a stand-up double in the second inning. The Cleary dugout getting loud here. Ball's hit hard up over the second baseman into right center field. Robinetti held her run to see if the right fielder, Brandon Conley, was going to come over to make the grab, but it's not. So we're going to see the single there, and the pinch runner, Robinetti, is going to advance over to third. Shortstop, Megan Baumgartner. Baumgartner got a double the last time. We see number 15 coming in for Stockhart here. Number 15 for the Cleary Cougars is Delaney Green, the sophomore from Heartland, Michigan. So we've got pinch runners on first and second. Head coach Kerry Finnegan, in his 6th season, is going to come out to have a chat with Torey Lemay that they're in this spot. Instructions here to get herself out of the jam. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Runners on the corners. Megan Baumgartner up to bat, had that double last inning after Stockhart had her own double. We've got Green on third. Green goes. The throw is to the second baseman, and we're going to see the stolen base. So we got Green on second after the stolen base. Robinetti on third. Baumgartner up to bat. She pops this one up straight to center field. Lang tracking for it. She makes a diving grab. And Robinetti uncertain whether she was going to be able to go. Nice diving grab by Lang there to make the catch. 2 outs for Kelsey Jacobs. Kelsey Jacobs, sophomore, .231 average, swing and a miss on this one.
Make sure I have 1 second to start music.
4 doubles. She only has 8 RBIs on the season. This would be a perfect time to add a couple to her stats. Inside, ball 1. Lemay's only given up 43 runs this season in 21 appearances. Ball pops up straight back. Danielle McNicholas trying to find it. She's been looking for every pop-up behind, hoping that she has enough space to make a catch. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kelsey Jacobs here. She struck out swinging the second. She pops this one up. Second baseman tracking back and is able to hold on to it. A little bit of a bobble there by Gagnon, but that is going to end the inning as they strand 2 runners here.
The city of DuBois and the USCAA would like
So
to thank
leaving 2 on base there.
KTH
They do get
Merrill
a few more hits up to 6, and it is a 2-0 game.
Winery at Wilcox. The DuBois Chamber of
As we move here into the top of the 5th, we will see Cabrina Roy, Elizabeth DeVos, and Torey Lemay at the very least, as the Lynx look to get a few back.
Goodwill Industries.
As the scoreline stands now, Cleary University would move on to the semifinals in the winner's bracket. NHTI would not be out of the tournament. They would drop down to the loser's bracket, in which they would be playing the winner of our 6 o'clock game, which is Mississippi University for Women and Penn State University Schuylkill.
Thank you for all your support. Hey, you gotta put that lead off.
Leading off here in the top of the 5th, number 11, Cabrina Roy. First baseman popped up. She popped up to the shortstop, Baumgartner, there in the 2nd. Thought about going there, pulled it back at the last second. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Top of the 5th, down 2-0. And we play 7 here. Good swing on that one. Just misses. And we have a 1-2 count. Pops that one straight back up over the stands. Deep enough. I wonder if it got into the baseball field behind us. Pops that one straight back. That's 2 straight foul balls, but she's keeping herself alive.
Balls to the field of play. Thank you.
Keeping herself alive in this at-bat. That's hit hard. That's going to stay fair into right field. She's got 2 bases, trying for 3rd. Throw's going to be in there, and she's got the stand-up triple. Cabrina Roy. And just like that, the Lynx have a runner on 3rd here in the top of the 5th. That was a well-hit ball. The diving Sarah Hall unable to get there to make the grab. The ball gets into the corner. And they're able to get the ball back into the area to slow things down. Ball 1. Elizabeth DeVos up to bat. Hit to the second baseman in the 2nd. Looking to drive a run home here and cut the lead to 1. Hit to the second baseman again. Richards going to stare down Roy. Make sure she's not going before she tosses over to first.
Show me, Mr. Holy Grail himself.
Up to bat now for the Lynx, the pitcher, number 17, Torey Lemay. Check swing. Doesn't go. Ball one. Lemay looking to get a hit here. Batting .302 on the season. 1 home run, 3 doubles. Last night against Brandywine, she went 0 for 3. That's hit to the third base side. The third baseman makes the grab. She tries to fake the throw to first to get Roy off the bag. Roy doesn't bite, and Lemay has the base hit.
Left fielder, number 4, Lauren Mullen.
Up to bat now. Number 4, Lauren Mullen. Mullen last night went 1 for 2 with 1 walk. On the season, Mullen's a .269 hitter.
Number 15.
3 RBIs.
Will be coming in.
She only has 26 at-bats. We're going to have a pinch runner for the Lynx. The Lynx are going to bring in freshman from Deering, New Hampshire, Gina Costello. The pinch run. Hit to the second baseman, checks the runner, and throws Mullen out at first. But now the Lynx have runners on second and third.
The next batter, the center fielder, number 1, Masha Lane.
Back to the top of the order, Marsha Lang flew out to the left in the first, hit a single into right field in the third. So the tying run is on second. Marsha Lang, the senior from Plainstone, New Hampshire. Thompson with the delivery. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. After that leadoff triple by Roy, this ball's hit hard to right field. That's going to be in the corner. It's going to bounce. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Lang hustles, and she's got the stand-up triple and 2 RBIs to go with it. So the pinch runner for Lemay is going to come in. And we have a tie ball game here in the top of the 5th. No balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Game here in the top of the 5th. Up to bat for the Lynx is the catcher, number 3, Danielle McNicholas. Ball's outside. Lang a little bit off the plate. The catcher, Jacobs, here trying to get the throw down to third to get out of the inning, but unable to do so. And we have 2 balls, no strikes against McNicholas. McNicholas right back up the middle of the field, a base hit to center field, drives home Lang. And they have 3 runs here in the 5th inning. Well hit ball up the middle of the field. Thompson can't get down to get it. The shortstop, Baumgartner, was a little too close to third in case that throw gets by the third baseman, Stockart. Thompson with the delivery here. McNicholas started to go, had to rush to get back. On third, we have a 1-1 count here to number 6, Brianna Conley. Ball 2. finally gets the signal here, steps back into the box, hits this ball hard, line drive to the shortstop Baumgartner. She makes the grab. The inning is over, but the damage is done. 3-2 Lynx as they come back in that inning. Need to have a solid defensive effort. This inning to ensure that they hold this lead. Coming up to bat for the Cougars is Newcombe, Hall, and Richer. Here we go to the fifth, looking to hold the Cleary Cougars here in the bottom of the fifth. Leading off for the Cleary Cougars is number 22, Allie Newcombe. She struck out swinging in the bottom of the third. That ball's a little high there. Ball one. Hard swing on that one and a miss. 1-1. Allie Newcombe, the senior, getting on base 34% of the time here. Tips that one foul for strike number 2. Lemay starting to calm down here as the game progresses. 6 strikeouts, still no walks. 74 pitches, the 75th pitch coming up right here. That's popped straight up. First baseman demanding that it's hers, and Cabrina Roy is going to make the catch.
Right fielder, number 8, Sarah Hall.
And the Lynx have their first out of the inning. Back to the top of the order here, number 8, Sarah Hall, the right fielder. Twice they hit, the Lynx were able to hit over the right field. She was unable to get to the ball. To be fair, though, those were very well hit balls. Making a diving effort on the first, hitting the wall for the second. Looking to get some back. Great effort by the third baseman, Elizabeth DeVos. Foul tip by Sarah Hall. Third baseman is able to get there and make the grab. And we have 2 outs. Next up to bat, Morgan Richer. Popped out to the shortstop in both of her at-bats so far today. Lemay starting to get some help from the defense here. Here's the delivery. Down in the turf. 1 ball, 1 strike. Is made by the shortstop, Brianna Wickham, for the 3rd time today against her. And just like that, we've got 3 up, 3 down. 3 up, 3 down for the Cougars. Moving into the top of the 6th, the Lynx will have Gagnon, Wicken, and Roy coming up. Behind us on the baseball field, we have the apprentice builders starting to warm up against the Wright State University Lake Campus Lakers. That game is an elimination game that has been moved from the main field at Showers Field over here.
This lady out here slowly doing it.
They are over here.
It's near 70 degrees and I turn into like a lizard.
Pops that one straight back. Ball hits the grandstand and falls back. These 3 runs against Thompson, that's only the 38th, 39th, and 40th run she's given up all year. So again, we have a little bit of a battle between the 2 pitchers, but giving up some valuable runs and both teams coming through with some clutch hits. Here's the delivery. High and inside.
The end of the 6th.
And that's going to be ball number 1. 3-1. Miscounted there. So we got 3 balls, 1 strike here to Gagnon. That's in the turf. Gagnon's going to watch it go by. And we have a walk. That is Thompson's first walk of the game. She only has 1 strikeout on the day, her 27th walk on the season. Next up to bat, number 8, the shortstop, Brandon Wickham. She's ground out in her previous 2 at-bats, 0 for 2 on the day. Hit to the shortstop, lays down the bunt. Throw to first. She is going to be out at first.
The next batter, the first baseman, number 11, Sabrina Roy.
Lays down the bunt. Thrown out at first, but she advances her teammate Gagnon to second, and now the Lynx have a runner in scoring position. We're back to number 11, Sabrina Roy. Started off with that triple last inning, looking to do more of the same. Very healthy lead by Gagnon there. Doesn't quite go all the way with the pitch in the dirt. The catcher, Kelsey Jacobs, does a good job to keep the ball in front of her and prevent Gagnon from moving over to third. Sabrina Roy here. Thompson pitches outside. 3 balls, no strikes here to Sabrina Roy. She can be patient here. Catches the outside corner for called strike 1. Three-one count, 1 out here, top of the 6th. Catches a piece of that one to foul it off when we have a full count. Full count to Roy. Pops this one straight back to center field. Center field tracks back for it.
The next batter, the third baseman, number 13.
Going to advance there. Gagnon does well. The center fielder did well to track back on that ball. Kelly Schramm making the catch on Sabrina Roy. But on the throw, Gagnon does well to confuse the Cleary players and ends up getting them to drop the ball, and she's able to move over to third very easily. There's going to be a play to the plate, the toss back, and she is called safe. Wild pitch by Thompson. Wild pitch by Thompson is going to allow Gagnon to score. Very shallow area here behind home plate, but the catcher took enough off the ball so it doesn't bounce back off the wall. The toss is a little late, and the home plate umpire calls Gagnon safe on a very close play. Cleary is going to take a moment to come together as a team to talk things over here. We have 1 ball to Elizabeth DuBois. Ground out to the second baseman in the second inning. Rising ball, catcher has a little bit of trouble of holding on to it, but keeps it in her glove. 2 balls, no strikes to to Elizabeth DuBois here. Strike 1 here. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here to DuBois. Thompson with 1 strikeout today. That ball's popped up, tracking over. That's going to go into the NHTI dugout. Here's delivery. That ball is going to be hit. That's over the second baseman's head. And DuBois gets the base hit to center field. Up to bat next, number 17, the pitcher, Torey Lemay. Singled back in the 5th and was hit home when Masha Lang hit her triple. Now she's looking for her turn to drive home DuBois. First pitch is a ball. Thompson with the delivery here. That ball's hit hard to right center field. Tracking back on it is Sarah Hall, who makes the grab to end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit that inning. 1 run, 1 hit for the Lynx, but they do get that all-important run, and it's 4-2 headed into the bottom of the 6th. We are going to see Dormier, Schneider, and Schramm to start the 6th inning, or finish up the 6th inning. Up to bat for the Cleary University Cougars to start off. The second is Dormier again. She just hit her 2nd home run of the game. That's her second home run of the game. She hit that ball to almost the exact same spot 2 innings ago. This one she put a little bit further.
Cleared the whole stadium.
It stayed in.
It went out the road.
Her second home run of the game in almost the exact same spot. That is her second home run of the game. Jordyn Schneider looking to add to that. Schneider in her last at bat hit the top of the left field fence. Ball's a little low in the strike zone. Dormier hits that home run on the very first pitch of the bottom of the sixth to pull her team within 1. For Cleary University, this is where you want to be, having your home run hitters back to back and with them producing. 0-1 pitch that popped straight up. Third baseman's tracking in, and DuBois makes the grab.
Center fielder number 18, Kelly Schramm.
Popped straight up. You can hear in the background here that our baseball game behind us is about to get started. Good pitch by Lemay, just outside the zone. For ball 1. Ball 2. Kelly Schramm struck out swinging. Popped out to the first baseman. 0 for 2 on the day. Ball's hit hard to the shortstop. And she's going to beat out the throw. Brianna Wickham picks the ball up off the ground, but is unable to get the throw over to Katrina Roy in time. And we have our base runner on. Kelly Schramm with the base hit. Hustling there. She tying run on first, wants to help her team out. Only 1 out after Schneider's foul tip. Up to bat now is third baseman Liz Stockhart. Here's delivery. Foul tipped. Runner thought it was a misplayed ball, but umpire calling foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit hard past the third baseman into left field. Schramm thought about trying to get over to third, but a well-hit ball by Stockard gets past the third baseman, DuBois. And we have runners on first and second. Cougars not going down without a fight here. Trying to claw their way back to tie this up before we go into the top of the 7th. Up to bat now is shortstop number 12, Megan Baumgartner. Had a stand-up double in the 2nd. Popped up to the center fielder in the 4th and fouls his first pitch back. That ball's hit hard to right center field. Right fielder Brianna Conley comes over to make the catch. And everyone's going to advance 1 base here. Baumgartner pops out to the right fielder, Brianna Conley, but she does move the batters over 1. Pinch hitting for Kelsey Jacobs, 0-0. Hannah Benner from Clio, Michigan. Hannah Brenner, the freshman, batting 180. 11 hits, but she has 1 double, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs on the season, struck out 10 times, 2 stolen bases on 3 attempts. Hit hard by Brenner. Hannah Brenner, the freshman. Popped that foul. Elizabeth DeVos is going to make the grab.
And he showed 1 run on 3 hits. All right, fans, it's time to get up and stretch it out for the 7th inning stretch. And let's hear those pipes and sing, "Take me out to the ball game."
And that's going to end the inning for the Cougars. They get 1 run back. They're down 4-3 going into the 7th. They need to hold the Lynx here so they don't have an increased amount of work to do. Leading off for the Lynx is going to be number 9 hitter Lauren Mullen, followed by Masha Lang and Danielle McNicholas.
Yeah, I stopped it.
Leading off for the Lynx here in the top of the 7th, Lauren Mullen. Mullen 0 for 2 today, left fielder. .2-0 delivery to Mullen. Doesn't bite, but called for the strike here. 2-1 to Mullen here in the top of the 7th. That's low, 3-1.
Say it over the loudspeaker next time.
Yeah, just use the microphone. Give her the wireless mic.
Strike 2. Mullen looking to get a hit here to try to increase the lead for the Lynx to stay in this winner's bracket. Hard down the first base line. Foul. Tamasha Lang. Last time Lang was up in the top of the 5th, she hit a nice ball to right field and earned a triple. Looking to do more of the same here. Lang 2 for 3, 2 RBIs on the day, no strikeouts. We've got ball 1. That ball's hit hard to the shortstop. Hit hard to Baumgartner, who makes the toss over and takes the fielder's choice. Up to bat, number 3, Danielle McNicholas. Singled in her last at-bat and her first at-bat. She's 2 for 3, also with 1 RBI. She pops this first one back for a foul ball.
Please return all foul balls to the field of play. Thank you.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball's hit hard, diving effort by the second baseman. diving effort by Morgan Richer. She's unable to make the grab, and Danielle Nicholas is going to get the hit. Lang moves over to second. Strong effort by Richer, just can't get it in time. Even trying to get the little toss up to Baumgartner. Lynx taking a nice lead after the pitch. Ball one to Brianna Conley. Hit hard back to the pitcher, who makes the easy throw over to first, but the runners are going to advance.
The next batter, the second baseman, number 9, Taylor Gagnon.
And the Lynx have runners on second and third with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Up to bat next is going to be Taylor Gagnon. She walked. She was able to advance to second and third. Catcher makes a nice catch on the foul ball. Unfortunately, it hit the net and was technically out of play. Taylor Gagnon walked, was able to make it home last inning on the wild pitch. Here's the delivery. Good hard swing on that one, unable to make contact. 0-2 count. That ball's wide. Thompson's trying to catch Gagnon, reaching on that one, but Gagnon, being smart here, doesn't go for it. One-two delivery, 2 out. Pops this one back. Catcher makes the catch on the foul ball, but again hits the net, not in play. Two fouls here. Thompson with the delivery. Bounces this one, and a repeat of the last swing. Five pitches, that's 101 pitches so far for Thompson today. Here's the delivery. Hard to the shortstop, and Baumgartner gets a clean fielding, throws it over to the first baseman, Dormeyer, and ends the inning with leaving runners on second and third. Score 4-3 going into the bottom of the 7th. The Cougars down to 3 outs. Cannot be thinking about getting 2 runs. Need to get that first one. Need to get one to tie, and then worry about the next one. One hit at a time, one pitch at a time. Don't need to worry about it. For the Cougars, they're going to have Allie Newcombe up to bat, followed by Sarah Hall and Morgan Richer. Coming up to bat, Newcombe is 0 for 2. Sarah Hall, 1 for 3. And Morgan Richer is 0 for 3. They want to try to get a runner or 2 on base so they can get down to Dormeyer and Schneider, both having excellent days for their teams.
Fielder number 22, Allie Newcombe.
And we're back for the bottom of the 7th. The Cleary Cougars down to their final 3 outs, wanting to stay in the winner's bracket. Right now, as it stands, they would drop down to the loser's bracket, which would be tomorrow at noon. They face the winner of the game following us, which is Mississippi University for women, and the number 8 seed, PSU Shoko. Two balls to Newcombe. She's taking her time here, looking for a good pitch. Newcombe, a 290 batter. Getting on base 34% of the time. Strike one, check swing. But she goes enough to call it a swing for strike one. Can hear some words of encouragement for Allie. That ball's in the turf by Lemay. 3-1. Lemay settled down as the game went on. 6 innings pitched so far. 6 strikeouts, no walks. Right down the middle of the plate, strike 2. Newcombe went out in the third swinging. Doesn't want to have a repeat of that. Here's the delivery. That ball's in the dirt, and that is the first walk of the game, and the Cougars have some life.
The next batter, right fielder, number 8, Sarah Hall.
Back to the top of the order. Sarah Hall singled back in the first, advanced to second on a wild pitch, and stole third. Carrie Finnegan making a trip out to the mound to talk to Lemay. Calm her down. They just need to focus on one batter at a time. They don't need to look at trying to get to double play, just one out. This showing for the bunt. Called for strike one. Lemay with the 0-1 delivery here. Lays down the bunt, but it's going to tip foul. Lemay looking for her 7th strikeout of the game. Last night against Brandywine, she had 8, trying to get closer to match that number. She's given up 9 hits, but only 3 runs. Ball is high, just a little outside. Ball 1. Here's the delivery. Hits the ball hard, past the third baseman. We're going to advance the runners 1. Tying run on second, winning run on third, or first. Well hit ball past the third baseman, who's pinched in looking for the bunt. No outs. The Cougars have 2 outs on. Up to bat is Morgan Richer. And this is what you want to see. Ball 1. For the Cougars, they are trying to get to Dormeyer. Dormeyer with 2 home runs deep to center field. LeMay's got to be thinking about that right now. Lays the bunt down. It gets to LeMay, but she can't field it cleanly. And they have runners, bases loaded, no outs. Caitlin Dormeyer up to bat.
The next batter, first baseman, number 30, Caitlin.
Dormeyer, leadoff home run in the 6th. Leadoff home run in the 4th. She has hit 2 deep to center field. Fouls this one. She wants all of that. Newcombe yelling from third, telling Dormeyer, all you need is a base hit. Don't worry about anything deep. Base hit is all she's thinking to get that tying run. I think Dormeyer wants more than a tying run. There's a wild pitch. The play at the plate. She's going to be safe. And we have a tie ball game. Runners advance on the wild pitch. Hall moves to third. Richer moves to second. Newcombe, after reaching on a walk, the only walk of the game Lemay has given up to give the Cougars life. We have a tie ball game. Runners on second and third. Dormeyer needs to put the ball in play to get the winning run from third. That ball is wide. 2 balls. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the delivery. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lemay can't get past this because she has Schneider. And she walks Dormeyer.
The next batter, designated player.
Bases loaded. Pops this one straight back. Tracking it, chasing it. Danielle McNicholas can't get there. Strike number 1. Jordyn Schneider, back in the third, had a monster hit to left field that hit the top of the fence for a double. And they're going. Here's the delivery. Schneider pops this one straight up. Off the glove of Lemay. A little bit of miscommunication. I think Lemay wanted too much of that one. Probably could have let the first baseman Roy had it to get the first out of the inning. Remember, the Cougars are working with no outs here. Bases loaded, no outs. Jordyn Schneider up to bat. 1 run already scored with the advance run. That ball's popped straight back off the net. 0-2 count. Schneider really going after this, really wants to get the hit. Just needs to make contact, put this ball into play. Ball is hit, going foul. Going to fall into the Lynx dugout. Roy running into the fence. She kept her eye on it long enough. She was trying to make a play on it, trying to get that first out. She's fine. Which is a piece of that one to foul that off. Jordyn Schneider steps back in. Lemay looking to get out of here. Bases loaded for the Cougars. Tips that one. Schneider is not letting Lemay get ahead of her at all. She has swung at every single pitch so far. I believe she has fouled off every single pitch. Wild pitch off the glove. And there's the winning run. And that's the game on the wild pitch. Hall is going to advance. That makes it 5-4, 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th. 11 hits by the Cougars. Everything started with Lemay giving up the first walk of the entire game. Cleary University advances 5-4. The number 1 seed, Cleary, taken down to the wire by NHTI. They will face number 2 seed, St. Mary of the Woods, tomorrow at 2 p.m. here, USCAA's. For the Lynx, things are not over yet. They move down into the losers bracket. They await a winner of the game that follows us. They will play tomorrow at 12. Coming up next will be the Mississippi University for women and the PSU Sokol Lions.